mokopuna koe ke maira. Hoki wai rua mai ngā matu atu puna ki tēnei ra whakairaira. Kia maringi angaroi mataroa ora tauma. Ara maira ngā tawira koe ki maira ki te tai mate. Ara maira nau maira tau maira. E waka e tapa mai ngā rori. Aue noho nei te manuhi. Tino nei nei taua naua. Aue, aue, aue ha. Aue, aue, aue ha. Aue noho nei te manuhi. Tino nei nei taua naua. Aue, aue, aue ha. Aue, aue, aue ha. Hi-ha, hi-ha. Hi-ha, hi-ha. Te waka. Te waka. Te waka. Ki te koto, wai te koto, ai te waka. Te waka. Te waka. Te waka. Ki te koto, wai te koto, ai te waka.
A whai atu te kahurangi ki te tū o koe me he maunga taitai. Ai reiri i raru iau a whakariti ngawa o te wā. Kei noi tātou. E hanore e korore ki tātou e maunga arongi ki rungu te matua te whenua nā whakaro pai ki ngā tangata katoa. A hui te are ki te nei mātou i niwai atu ki a koe nei mātou. I rai tiki pai a mātou i hui mai nei. I tēnei rā, i tēnei wā. Mo tēnei kaupapa whakahira-hira nai tāo o te iwi Māori. A reira te tiroa ta whai mai ki ngā hunga e māwiwi ana, aha ko keiwhe. Ko rātou i nuhi raru i te kāpua pauri, te tiroa ta whai mai. Te tiroa ta whai mai ki ngā rangatira i whakahaere tēnei ao, huri. Tēnei mātou i nui atu ki a koe, turuturu o whakamaua ki a tēnā haumie, hui, tāe ki. Kia ora tātou.
Te tuhi tarara ma tēnei te noho matāra nei, turuturu o piti whakamaua kia tīna haumi e hui e tāe. Anei te tuku mihi kai te wāhingara pi o matua kore. Kia ranginui e tui honei kia papatuanuku hora mai rā tēnā kōrua, tēnā kouta. A rere atu ngā mihi ki tērā hunga koe wheturangi hea. Ngā mate huhua kua hinga mai nei, hinga mai nā i rungi ngā marae maha. Huri noi te motu, haere rā koutou, moi mai, e oki. A kāpiti hono tātai hono rātou, te tirawairua kia rātou. Kāpiti hono tātou nei ngā mana wai pātuki nei ti hei mauri ora ki a tata. E ngā mātau waka kua tau mai nei tēnei ata, tēnei te mihi kau atu ki a koutou. Haere mai rā, i rungi te reo karanga, i rungi te reo pōhiri o tō tātou nei maunga tuake rā, ko tararua. Tō tātou nei awa e te rea ke nei, ka mana watu. A me te iwi kāinga e mihi atu nei, e horehia nei, te kupu whakatau, kirungi a koutou, a ko rangi tāne tērā, nau mai tiki mai, kake mai. Haira mai rā ki te whakanui tēnei rangi, ngā tauira nei, kua pōtaingia. Nā rātau nei, te mahi nui i ngā tau kua ta hāke nei, whakaputa wera. Nō reira haira mai, koutou ngā mātua, ngā kau mātua, ngā tamariki mo kopuna. Hara mai ki te whakanui tēnei rā mo tēnei tira. Kua puku mahi roto i ngā tau kua ta hāke nei. Tēnei rangi tonu, ka riruia rātou. Tērā o ngā tohu. Nei rā te mihi kau atu kia kota. Nō reira e ngā maunga tapu, e ngā awatere. Ko eke mai nei te rangi nei tēnei te mihi kau atu kia koutou. Haere mai nau. Nei rā te tuku tonu i ngā mihi. Ara, ki tēnei tira e noho maina. Ngā kaiako. Te tira whakahaere. O te kunanga ki Pūrehu roa. Tēnā roa koutou katoa. I manaki nei tērei hunga i roto i ngā tau ko tā hāpuna. Reira te mihi, tēnā koutou. Koe ara, kaere kume roa te kōrero. Tēnei te mihi whakatau nei, tēnā koutou. Kia ora huhui tātou katoa.
Tēnā no tātou. Massey University's governing body is the University Council. Council members, including lay, academic and student members, are responsible for overseeing the governance and control of the university. We acknowledge the Chancellor, Chris Kelly, and members of the University Council who are sharing in today's celebration. The management of the university is headed by the Vice-Chancellor. I'd like to now invite the Vice-Chancellor, Steve Mahari, to address the gathering. No promotion this year.
That promotion will come one day. You just keep hanging in there. Tēnā koutou e huhu mai nei, e tēnei wā. O te rā ki a tātou tēnā te mihi ake, a te kunanga ki pūreheroa, ki te kaupapa tangata e pahere nei, i a tātou katoa tēnei rā koutou, ki ora mai tātou. Welcome to all of you for the reason that binds us here today, which is to celebrate the graduates who are in front of us. They spent their week being graduands, and they have now become graduates because they have been capped by the Chancellor during the week. Can I acknowledge some of the people who are on the stage here before I make some brief comments? Tāna Walker, thank you for opening, and you'll be closing our ceremony today. Manu, it's great to see you here again, representing both yourself and Rangatani. Thank you for being here. Shiloh Groot, Dr. Shiloh Groot, great to see you all the way from the traffic of Auckland. It's good to be here. We often dream of traffic here in Palmerston North because we don't have enough of it, so it'd be good for you to escape it though for a little while. Dr. Selwyn Katane, good to see you here, and I want to come back to you later on. Thank you to the Council. It's been a very big week this week. We've had an awful lot of people through this ceremony here on the stage, and Chris Kelly has had to carry the burden of that during the week by meeting all of those graduates, and so thank you very much, Chris, for the work you have done during the week. And our previous Chancellor, Dr. Russ Ballard, is here with us and has been through most of the week as well. Thank you very much, Russ. I think it's wonderful the way we are supported by our council, and I should mention just behind Russ Ballard, Morva Croxon, a previous Chancellor of the University, is with us as well. So thank you for being here. Whānau and friends, thank you for being here, staying on after the graduation for this very special occasion to celebrate our graduates. To the graduates themselves, it's good to see you still here. I hope you've enjoyed the week. Hope you're relaxed now that the hard part is done and you're spending a bit of time reflecting on where you've been and where you are going to go to. As I said, it's been a big week. We had 1,200 or so graduates across the stage here. The Chancellor mentioned that during our graduation season this year, that is in Albany, here in Palmerston North and down in Wellington, 6,000 or so people will graduate from the university. 658 of them will be Māori. Now, if you've done stats like me, you'll know we're running around about 10% of Māori of our overall graduating cohort this year. That is up from last year. In fact, every year it is slightly up, and sitting at about 10% population Māori in this country, around about 13%, I think that's something to be quite proud of, that we are slowly but steadily building that cohort of graduates each year and building an alumni of increasing size. That is something I think the university is very proud of. Just to give you a little reason as to why that's a good thing for the graduates. I don't know if you heard the news this week on Radio New Zealand talking about graduates and noting that for Māori graduates, the entry point for salary with a bachelor's level degree is around $47,000 a year. The entry level for someone who went straight from school into a job is $19,000 a year. $19,000 to $47,000. If we were to rate that only on income, we would say it is very, very useful for people to be seeing themselves as advancing to a higher education. There are many other reasons to get a degree. I think more important reasons than salary. But of course, people want a job, they want an income, they want to be able to live a full life, and being able to do that is enabled partly by the level of education that people get. So, important stat that I thought was out this week. When I sit on the stage here, as I've been doing this week, watching graduates come across the stage, I like to sit and speculate about what's the story behind each of those graduates, because there is always a story. And you can tell that because when you're looking from about where Chris Kelly, which is where I normally sit, about that part of the stage, across to here, you watch people come up quite nervously as they come up the stage, and graduates will be well aware of that feeling. And you see people who are very serious when they get to here. They might have a wee joke with Kathleen Vossler or someone who's at the top here looking after them. They look relieved to be here. They look very exalted about the whole experience. Sometimes you see people with tears in their eyes as they walk across the stage and they say something to people who are out on the stage. There's no one who's coming across the stage who hasn't got a story to tell. We don't hear them, of course, because there isn't the time to do so. But we will hear a bit of it today. You will talk to people, you will hear their story, and it's important to hear from these people, because it is not easy to get a higher education qualification, especially not at Massey, where we have extraordinarily high standards. Higher, I think, probably than Auckland, I don't know. Very high standards here. So we know if you pass here, you are graduating from one of the top universities in the world. Remember that. You're not just graduating when you come out of Massey, you're graduating from a university that's in the top 3% in the world, and for many of the courses that we are graduating people in, we're in the top 2, 1, or top 5% in the world. So you're doing pretty well when you come through this program. Study that you get, of course, for many people is very demanding, because they have to juggle not just their study but their family, their occupation, earning a living, trying to participate in the community. Brings in a lot of stress for the people who are involved in study, and that is particularly for Māori, because if you notice, many of the graduates are mature people. They have a family, they have a job, they have community responsibilities. They are juggling all of this as they go through to their higher education. They are setting example, by the way, because as you know, we are still struggling to get more young Māori to come on from school into university. Many leave too early, particularly boys, and don't come on to a higher education. So what we're seeing at the moment is a real sea change. People who originally did not come on to university now are coming in later years, setting the example, which we hope is having the impact of more younger Māori saying, I'm staying in school, I intend to go to university, this is going to be normal for me to make that choice. But right now, for many of these students, this is stress. This is life-changing. This is not easy to do the kinds of things that we see people here, and that's their story. Heard this story in particular at Tuesday evening. Paul Spoonley was leading a ceremony to celebrate success amongst humanities and social science students, and a mature student who was invited to tell their story talked about how they had been to kohanga with their children, gone to kura with their children, held administrative roles and responsible roles as their children had gone through, and then decided as her reo improved that she would like to train as a teacher and work in an immersion setting. So she had come to Massey and she was doing the Māori Immersion Teachers program at the present time. First year, very typical. I felt this because I spent my time after I left school when I was 15. I went working, came back to university in later years. The first year isn't just studying, it's adjusting to the whole lifestyle of moving into a different world. And you spend a lot of your time in that first year, as this person told their story, just trying to figure out how you juggle your life while you adjust to an entirely different life. So they talked about the fact that they didn't adjust, that they kept on cooking meals for their family, worrying about her father, doing all the things she had in the community, and the stress was enormous. Trying to study late at night, trying to figure out what to do. Second year, she said, I decided to prioritise my study. And the kids discovered they could cook. And the family discovered that they could get on by adjusting around her. And this will be a familiar story for many of you, as the world adjusts around you, people adjust around you. And now she was travelling well, listening to Mason Jury talk about the fact you needed balance in your life, as you will have found you have needed to do to succeed as well. So you do look after your family, you do look after your studies, you do look after your spiritual element, you do look after your health. And you, as you learn these things, you become a successful student and, of course, a successful participant in your family, your community, your society, but other people around you are adjusting too. So I want to say to you as students, congratulations for your commitment, your persistence, your talent. You have made it. Well done. And to the families who are around you, the friends who are around you, we know it's been a cost for you as well, an opportunity for you as well. You have learnt as well, and you've supported people as well. So that's why it's a celebration between graduates and family, whānau, friends today, because this is a joint success that we are talking about. Now, also, when we do graduation, Chris Kelly likes to say to people, but remember there are other people as well as whānau, friends, and yourself who helped this, and they are the staff. And I want to acknowledge them today by mentioning Dr. Selwyn Cartene, who sits beside me normally during the graduations, and I like to watch everybody because there's something to do when you're up here on the stage. And I noticed that Selwyn, as we go through all of the long list of graduates come across, is always marking the Māori ones. He's always, oh, there's another one. Who are they? What are they going to do? He's always talking to me about how we improve the opportunities for Māori. That's indicative of what the staff at Massey are like. This is not just a job. This is not just teaching. For them, it's a cause. They understand that what we're going through at the present time is a major shift in our society, where Māori are now entering higher education in larger and larger numbers. There's a sea change in society going on. As staff, they want to make that happen. And so they care about, and I want to say to all of you, thank you for the commitment that you bring to this job. It is not just a job, it is a commitment to a whole change in our society that's going on here, and that's important to acknowledge as well. And the last thing I want to say is I'm acutely aware, as I sit here as Vice-Chancellor of the university, that we talk about ourselves as a university that's trying to help form New Zealand for the 21st century. And we know there are numbers of trends that are going on that are critical to what that century will be about, and one of them is the re-emergence of Māori as central to the society. I'm old enough now to remember when that began to happen. That began to happen in the 70s when we talked about the renaissance of things Māori and went through the whole treaty settlement process. Protests, change into the treaty settlement process, the settlements themselves, and we're moving now into a time when an economic base has formed for Māori, that higher education is becoming more normal, that people are taking all kinds of roles throughout our society. They're doing all kinds of things, and we know in the 21st century, this is going to be a century again for Māori. They're going to be everywhere, leading everything in our society. That's a new New Zealand. That is going to be a feature of the new New Zealand. So when we talk about that as a university, we feel an acute responsibility to ensure that we're helping that New Zealand form and succeed and do things better than we have done before. So the responsibility that we take is also to help facilitate Māori to succeed in the way they want to in the 21st century. So to you graduates, congratulations. Celebrate and look forward, hopefully, to a wonderful career in front of you. To whānau and friends, thank you again for being with us. To the staff, thank you for everything that you do to make Massey such a champion of things Māori. And to the university itself, we understand we have a responsibility to ensure that this sea change in our society is the success it needs to be. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
E hika mā, he wai, whārangi tikaumāra whitu, page 17, please, te kununga ki pureruro. Tēnā koe te pauwhakahaere, Steve, ngā mihi nunui. Koka, Julia.
Morena whānau. Oops, here we go, wake you up. Right, this is your day today. I've been given the honour to introduce our students. But remember, it's your day, so you haka, you waiata, and acknowledge your tamaiti mokopuna in whatever way you feel like as they walk across the stage. Ka pai? Ka pai. All right. We begin with those graduates who have, the students who have graduated from the School of Business Studies, first of all. And we are there. Give me a thumbs up, I can't see in the dark. Right. First one then, no Ngāti Raukawa, with a Bachelor of Business Studies in Accountancy, Laura Moingakura Jessen. Haramai. Okay. Yeah. Oh my te pake pake. Manawatahi. Manawatahi. Our next graduate, no Ngāti Whātua, Ngāti Rangitāne, Te Āti Haunui a Pāpārangi, with a Bachelor of Business Studies in International Business, Waiporo Tia Caroline Marshall Lobb. No Ngāti Hauiti with a Bachelor of Business Studies in Finance, Waitapu Wharaurangi Janet Pōtaka. With a Bachelor of Science in Psychology, no Ngāpuhi, Charlene Miriana Tipene. Manawatahi. Lovely to see the tamariki coming up. With a graduate diploma in logistics and supply chain management, no ngai tūhoi nei hana mātāmua. Nei tūra.
hea, e o koraua, e o kuia, mauri tu, mauri o au.
Our next lot of graduates from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. With a Bachelor of Arts in Māori Studies, no Ngāti Maniapoto, Te Aroha, Kenny Wiki Te Huia Tahi Barrett. With a Bachelor of Arts in Education, no Rongomai Wahine, te whānau āpanui Ngāti Parau, Cerise Rowan Clem Orman Sterling. Haramai te iramutu. With a Bachelor of Arts in Māori Studies and Psychology, and also a bursa, a Te Raupōwai bursa, no Ngāti Tamatera, Ngāti Maniapoto, Ngāti Parau, Te Aroha, Whaedra Kardeen Te Moana Nui.
Go home,
That's how you do it. Bachelor of Arts in Māori Studies and History, no Te Ati Haunui a Pāpārangi, Ngāti Raukawa, Alicia Linda Te Whetu Mārama Walker. With a Bachelor of Resource and Environmental Planning, second class honours, also a recipient of the Waikato Tainui Mighty River Power Partnership, Engineering and Natural Resource Management Scholarship, no Te Atiawa ki whakarongotai Ngāti Haua, Melanie Tapuikura McCormick. Tapuikura McCormick. Bachelor of Education, Teaching, Early Years 0 to 8, and a recipient of the TNZ for Early Childhood Scholarship, no ngā ruahine, ngā rauru, Ngāti Ruanui, Ngārita Irihāpiti King.
Ooh.
Marita is also one of the tutors of our Rōpū Kapahaka Te Piringa. Tēnā koe. With a Bachelor's of Education Teaching Primary and a Diploma in Education Studies, also a recipient of the Highbury Community Scholarship, no Ngāti Toa Muaupoko Te Atiawa, Āwhina Wai Marama Watson Pitcher. With a Bachelor of Education Teaching Primary and a Diploma in Education Studies, no Ngāti Raukawa, Ngāti Toa Rangatira, hine wa Raureka Pitama Cook Porter. Graduate Diploma of Teaching Secondary, no Ngāti Parau, Ngāti Tūwhare Toa, Mana Thompson Hazel. the Graduate Diploma of Teaching and Secondary, no ngā ruahine, Meriana Rose Hooker. The Graduate Diploma of Secondary Teaching, no Ngāti Tūwhare Toa Ngāpuhi, Van Manakitanga Rauhina. With a postgraduate diploma in museum studies, and she's also a recipient of the Pūrehuroa Award, no Ngāti Ruanui, Taranaki, Tangahoe, Te Atiawa, Ngāpuhi, me Te Aroa, Ria Wihapi Waikerepuru. With a postgraduate diploma in educational administration and leadership with distinction, and a recipient of the Pūrehuroa Award, no Ngāpuhi, Ngāti Kuri, Kāhui Te Hara Watling.
Te
Kei te pai, hara mai tonu. With a postgraduate diploma in whānau development and a recipient of the Te Rau Puawai Scholarship, Ngāti Toa Rangatira Scholarship, and a Hospice North Shore Scholarship, no Ngāti Toa Rangatira, Te Atiawa me Muaupoko, Tina Parata. With a Master of Arts in Psychology, second class honours, Div 1, a recipient of the Pūrehuroa Award, Te Aroa Fisheries, Te Aroa 500 Scholarship, no Rangitihi, Ngāti Pikiao, Ngāti Whakaue, Diane Lee Conway. With a Master of Arts in Māori Studies, no Ngāti Kahungunu ki Heretaunga, Mark Pohatu Paku. All right, the next 8 graduates from the graduating with a Bachelor of Māori Visual Arts. Excellent, and one in the Helen, yes, Bachelor of Māori Visual Arts. So I just would ask them at the end when they come just to line up here, please. Because we want to encourage everybody out there to enrol in the Bachelor of Māori Visual Arts. Ka pai. All right, first one up. With the second class honours, Div 2, no Ngāpuhi, Alex James Leaf. Alex.
Tira!
Second class honours, Ngāti Parau, Te Ati Haunui a Pāpārangi Te Iwi Morehu, Justine Lee, Harenui, Manuel. Second class honours, Ngāti Tūwhare Toa, Richard Robert Mudford. No Ngāti Pikiau, Rangi Tāne, Tiamana Kama Robert Reti Tahuriraurangi.
Mo kunta tau
Mama Mākoha. And he's coming here too, in a few years' time. And that's Papa, Koro, Kāpai. The second class honours Te Puan no Ngāti Kahungunu ki Te Wairoa, Samantha Olive Tui Ihaya Mackay. I just did a little swap here, just by myself. That's Kate Kai. Second class honours, Te One no Muaupoko, Kim Marama Williams. Yes. Second class honours, no Ngāti Parau, Ngāti Ranginui, Ngāti Raukawa, Te Utanga ki Whangaprawa, Thomas Keelan Tautahi. Get all mine later. Last but not least, with a Bachelor of Māori Visual Arts, second class honours, Deb 1, also a recipient of the Pūrehuroa Award no Te Ati Haunui a Pāpārangi, Ngāti Maniapoto, Ngāti Raukawa, Helen Rawi ka tēne pōtaka. And my apologies, a postgraduate diploma in Māori Visual Arts. Go home and enroll all your tamariki in the Māori Visual Arts program. Ka pai. Thank you. She gone? You fellas all right out there? Aye? Ka pai. Kore te kaut aye. All right, I'd like to now invite two of our students who are in their final year of study. They will be accompanied by their cousin, Pita. They are no strangers to this ceremony, this celebration, nor to this stage. Rongomai is in the final year of the Te Aho Tātairangi Māori Medium Teacher Training Program, and Puawa is in her final year in the Māori Visual Arts Program. Nō reira, e hika mā, homai te pakipaki, moaku tamariki.
Tēnā hui hui tātou katoa, ngā rangatira noho nei, tēnā koutou, e te hunga, e ngā tauira o te rānei, te hunga e whakaputa ihu ana i te rānei, tēnei ka mihi kia koutou ngā rangatira moa pōpō. E rua ngā waiata, ka waiata hia e māua, ko te waiata tuatahi e ihoa. Kororia, oh, te koro ai o tō aroha.
Kia horahi a mai tō rangi waia, kia kiki ana o mātou wairua, ki te tonga tapu, te aroha. Hei hoa, te kororia, o ahanga katoa. Uhia mai, te koro ai, o tō aroha. Kia horahi a mai tō rangi waia, kia kiki ana o mātou wairua,
I te tonga tapu, te aroha. Moa ke tonu, amine. Kia horahi a mai tō rangi maria, kia kiki ana o mātou wairua, I te tonga tapu, te aroha. Moa ke tonu, amine. Amine. Ko te waiata tuarua, he waiata nā Leon Blake I tito, taku kāinga taupua. He manu tāwhiti, tēnei te tau mai nei. He manu hiri, he manu hiri.
tukua aha,
Tukua aha,
kia whakatōmenetia,
tōmenetia,
taku whenua,
pirere. Tukua aha, kia whakatōmenetia,
tōmenetia,
taku whenua, pirere. Tahu kainga, taupua, taku kainga, taupuni koe nei te whaitua e noho nei. Te makira waho I roto I te aroha o te iwi kainga, tini whetu ki te rangi, ko rangi tāne ki te whenua.
ka tiko ke toke te rere ki te rangi, ka tau hokai ake ki te au aturanga, ka keke no ki te whenua e hona nei.
Ki te pārekereke o te iwi nei, o rangi tāne, o rangi tāne. Taku kainga, taupua, taku kainga, taupuni koe nei te whaitua e noho nei. Te makura waho I roto I te aroha o te iwi kainga. Tini vetu ki te rangi, kōrangi tāne ki te whenua. Ko topa o ke te paimaunga, o tararua na o katia i tō kiri ki te tei o re hua. O mana watu te awa hoki wai, i kuna wiri ai, i hukiki ai. Aho nui, tau kainga, tau pua, tau kainga, tau puni koe me te whaitua e noho nei. Te makirawa ho i roto i te aroha o te iwi kainga. Tini vetu ki te rangi, kōrangi tāne ki te whenua. Kōrangi tāne ki te whenua. Whakamatua. Kōrangi tāne ki te whenua. Ia wehi!
Tēnā koutou e te toko toru. Homai anō te paki nui mo e nei manu ti oreo. Ka tira hoki he hoki ngā mahara ki te tautuatahi o te piringa, ki tērā kōka kua ngaro atu. Nā rei rā, e te whānau e ngā hoa, I would like to ask Shyla Groot to come up. Prior to taking up her present position as a lecturer in social psychology at the University of Auckland, Dr. Groot has held research and teaching appointments at Massey and Waikato University. She is interdisciplinary and Māori social scientist who works in the fields of Indigenous worldviews and communities, resilience, human rights, homelessness and urban poverty. Her research is collaborative and involves working with service providers and various professional groups to better conceptualise and address socio-cultural and economic concerns. This is reflected in her role as co-chair of the Māori caucus for the New Zealand Coalition to End Homelessness, kei whia mai te mahina, where she has been asked to advise on the expansion of research strategies that will inform the development of national policy and service provision. Nā rei rai e te ringa manaaki, mai hara mai.
I'm the follow-up act after those two? Great. Ngā mihi mahana ki a koutou ko au te uri o te arawa mā ngai nui. Ko tāku te Shyla Groot ahau. To the Chancellor, Assistant Vice-Chancellor, faculty, distinguished guests, to the graduates and whānau, tēnā koutou katoa. It is an immense privilege, it's a great pleasure to welcome you all here today. Putting on these robes and the ridiculous floppy hat, I am reminded of my own graduation and what you all must be feeling. Excitement, trepidation, pride, and not much has actually changed for me in those since I graduated 5 years ago. Even as I got up to walk across the stage, I was still worried about tripping over my gowns. At least being poto, I won't have far to fall. I've also still confused about how to do the robes. I've completely abandoned my hat, it's all gone downhill. But in preparation for today, I tried to recall what a far more distinguished speaker than myself, Professor Linda Tuhiwai-Smith, had to say at my graduation. But it all kind of passed in a blur of gowns and practical hats, haunting karanga, fierce haka, beautiful waiata, and keenly listening out for my own name, and fear that I would miss it and miss the cue to walk on stage. And really that's what I'd like to acknowledge today. I probably should have actually called my mum for tips, because she was paying attention and soaking in every moment, as all whānau are. And really that's what I'd like to acknowledge today. For graduates, it can feel like a bit of an anticlimax, the official ceremony where you receive your degree, all those years of hard work that are embodied in this fancy paper, whether you're being conferred your bachelor's after years and years of sitting through lectures, feeling your butt slowly go numb, or you're a master's student who's just finished staring sullenly at your computer screen waiting for the words of wisdom to spill out on the screen, or a PhD candidate, a successful PhD candidate straddling that awkward divide, that uneasy divide between moments of exhilarating confidence and crippling self-doubt. Congratulations all. Too often, Too often we are presented with the issues that are disproportionately impacting Māori as if that was synonymous with being Māori in the media, in society, and probably even in your disciplines, your home discipline. You'll quite often be presented with assumptions of deficiency. We don't often get to hear about our people's successes, joy, and integrity. Today, in many ways, is for your whānau, just as much as it is for you. And what could I possibly say that would adequately capture the love and pride that is in this room? Like I said, we don't often get to hear about our people's successes, joy, and integrity, which is a shame, to say the least, because we're not the exception, we're the rule. We have a long history of intellectual excellence to be proud of. Our people are resilient and adaptive. And as Moana Jackson loves to note, and I'm totally going to rip off, once were warriors? Nah, a more accurate title for Ellen Duff's book and movie would have been Once Were Gardeners, Once Were Scholars, or if you're Ngāti Porou, Once Were Lovers. Being a graduate of Massey University means you have qualified from a place renowned as a centre of Indigenous research. Massey University, as we've already mentioned today, has housed such eminent scholars as Sir Mason Jury. In my home discipline of psychology, there is probably no one that is more cited than Mason Jury. All who graduate today are now skilled in their respective fields of knowledge. You demonstrate the power of our tūpuna being given voice. You are living, breathing examples of our people's strength and resilience. My wero, my challenge to you all now is, what will you do with it? In my home discipline of psychology, as I keep going on about, there is no word that is used more than that of the individual. I before we. As Māori, there's an extra challenge for us. We carry not only the dreams and aspirations of ourselves, but that of our people. I am reminded that the journey we are on is part of a bigger picture of development. Our health and our well-being are ultimately intertwined, as is our whenua, our awa, our maunga, and our world around us. Universities have a responsibility to advance Māori as part of their Te Tiriti o Waitangi obligations, and to do that within a strong research culture, creating a healthy and inclusive research space. And this means both students and academics. And it seems to me that one cannot do that through a confined or restrictive view of the world. My experience as a student, and particularly now as an academic, is that our participation in education impacts not only ourselves, but has influenced the development of our people over the last 170 years, of colonial history anyway. The story of Māori in Western institutions, such as universities, is the story of social justice. Therefore, we need to understand that political process as part of our learning and attempt to influence it, shape it, be in control of our own image and stories. Universities should be encouraged to comment competently about everyday societal issues, and we must use their intellectual strength to address the issues that impact us today from a foundation of mātauranga Māori and in line with the aspirations of iwi Māori. Earlier, I started off by saying that today is a celebration of you as graduates of a Centre of Indigenous Excellence, a celebration of your intellectual independence, a celebration of your success in your pursuit for knowledge, and your respect and passion for tikanga Māori. As we can see from our attendance at a Māori graduation, if you're going to do the graduation, do the Māori graduation. Way more fun. You can keep your brass band. I started off also lamenting the lack of visibility of such moments, and in part, as an academic whose primary research lies within the field of urban poverty and Indigenous homelessness, such celebrations don't have to be limited to today. Every day is a celebration of our Indigenous intellect, as evidenced in whichever workplace you move into, the critique and commentary you promote across media and the general public, the cutting-edge research that you are leading in all aspects of Te Ao Māori. And it is then that we will truly know the mission of our university, and more importantly, the hopes of our tūpuna have been honoured, to pursue knowledge to its greatest depths and broadest horizons. Today is all about you. I'm going to be keeping this really brief because it's not about me. Your whānau and your achievement, success and well-being. Congratulations to you all, kei runga no atu, and I wish you well in your pathway to well-being. Whether you're being conferred your bachelor's, master's or doctorate, You're all equally in a privileged position that not everybody does get to experience. As such, I'll end with one of my favourite, well-known but always beautiful whakatauki. Whai ate iti kahurangi, ki te tuohu koe, me he maunga teitei. Pursue that which you desire the most, and if you should bow, let it be to a lofty mountain. Kia ora.
Shalom. Shalom. Ka ore te aroha ki te korori a tapu, e wawa e ake ana i te raku iti. Nau mai e ki ka haere wai, kia iha ia ki a moi ta chai, kia hui tātou he kōrero hanga nui, kia iho te kupu a te atuai, kia whitaua ki a ihu karaiti, kia muru a te harai toku tinana nei.
A tēnā ka mihi ki a koe e Charlotte, me ngā kōrero kua whakawhariki ki a koe, hei whakaarotanga mō tātou i tēnei rangi. A kātou toko au i tō kōrero nā whai e te iti kaurangi. Ma te aururo atia, kei mā te wheke tātou. Ka tira tēnā tātou.
E te iwi. It's now time for us to acknowledge our doctoral graduates, and I'd like to invite... oops, no, it's not. I lost my other piece. Tai hoa ke. He took my script. Kei te pai, kei te pai. Our next lot of graduates are from the College of Health. Ka whai. With a Bachelor of Social Work, Second Class Honours Div 2, a recipient of Te Rau Puawai, no Ngāti Toa, Patricia Margaret Reid. Kia ora. Ngāti awa, te ati awa. Patricia Margaret Reid. With a Bachelor of Social Work, Second Class Honours, no Ngāti Kahungunu ki te Wairoa, Ngāti Whātua, Ngāti Whakauwe, Kenneth Andrew Robinson.
Yeah!
Kia ora. With a Bachelor of Sport and Exercise in Exercise Prescription and Training, no Ngāti Apa, Ngāti Raukawa, Taylor Thomas Hakaraya Woon. Ka pai. And the next four are also ka pai. Looks like sport and exercise also whānau. Good one to enrol in. So our next recipient, no Ngā Ruahine, with a Bachelor of Sport and Exercise and Education, Renee Marie Mātoi. Bachelor of Sport and Exercise and Physical Education, no Ngāti Maru, Catherine Maria Tauhinu Marinovich O'Donnell. With a Bachelor of Sport and Exercise and Physical Education, no Ngāti Kahungunu, ki te wairarapa te aitanga a Māhaki Joshua Arani Tyrrell. Me tana whānau. Kuki airani hoki. With a Bachelor of Sport and Exercise and Physical Education, no Te Ati Haunui a Pāpārangi, Tyrone Kahu Winterburn. With a postgraduate diploma in social service supervision, a recipient of the Pūrehurua Award and Te Rau Puawai Scholarship, no Ngāti Maniapoto, Dole Bennett. With a Master of Design from the College of Creative Arts, no Rangitane, Hemi Witere Waimaihi Kirihora Takimoana. Ka pai. E te iwi, it's now time for us, this time, to acknowledge our doctoral students. I will be assisted and ask Professor Huia Yonke to join me. And our first graduate, ko te tākuta tuatahi ka eke ki te kōmata e te iwi, ko Elizabeth Ann Grant no Ngā Tiraukawa. Ka kare a roto ina ki tea e te tangata he ngārara. Aha koa rā he tino wāhanga ia o tō tātou ao ki a papatuanuku. Ko tā tākuta Grant he rangahau i ngā tuhinga I taia mai ai I te wā ka whakamaru mai I a Aotearoa. A I kitea ai te mahi a te Māori me te aitanga a Pepeke. Kātahi tēnei kōrero rangahau ka whakatinanahia ki tētahi kohinga, whakapākako rauwhero e whakakite ana I tā te Māori, I urupare nei I tā te Pākehā hoki ki te aitanga a Pepeke. I te paina e tākuta Grant, tēnei āhua o te tiro ngangara o te toi ahurea ko Ento Horticulture.
Insects evoke many different reactions from people, and yet they are essential for our life on Earth. Dr. Grant researched written material published primarily around the time of colonisation, which recorded the variety of ways in which Māori responded to insects. This information was then artistically interpreted as a unique series of painted bronze sculptures that showcased both the Māori and the European response to insects. Dr. Grant called this blend of entomology, culture and art, Ento Horticulture. Haramai, Dr. Grant. Okay, is there going to be a sign?
Ka pai. Bit shyer than me. Okay, homai te pakipaki anō mō Dr. Grant. Ināia nei ka whakawhiti mai I te papa whakatū waiwai a tākuta, āreta Rachel Wilkinson no Ngai Tahu. Ko te waihanga rei o Ināia nei, he mahi huri noa I te ao. He mahi he whakarākei I te tinana, a e hāngai ana ki ngā taonga tuku iho ki ngā kahurangi. Nā tākuta Wilkinson I tiro te hononga o te mahi rei nei ki tā te Māori, e whakapono ai ki te whakapapa me te tirohanga a Ngai Tahu ki tēnei ao. Nā konei ka whanake ake ko tētahi anga mō ngā rei o Ināia nei e motuhake nei ki te waipaunamu ki Aotearoa hoki, me tētahi huatau hou e kitea ai te hononga o ngā rei o Ināia nei me ngā taonga tuku iho. Ko tāna whakāturanga kairangi I tū ki te marae o kaukau rā rata, he mea tuatahi rawa mo te kunenga ki Pūrehurua.
Contemporary jewellery is an international practice of making objects that are worn on the body and which relate to the categories of heirloom and memento, and the idea of preciousness. Dr. Wilkinson investigated the intersection of contemporary jewellery as a form of knowledge and practice with Māori philosophies, especially whakapapa, and a worldview informed by Ngaitahu perspectives. In doing so, she's developed a framework for contemporary jewellery that is distinctive and unique to Te Waipounamu Aotearoa, and a way of thinking about making that negotiates the boundary between contemporary jewellery and taonga tuku iho, treasures handed down from the ancestors. Her PhD exhibition, held at Koko Rarata Marae, was the first for Massey University, critical for achieving success in language revitalisation and supporting the fulfilment of self-determined notions of well-being. Haramai, Dr. Wilson.
Manaatahi, can we have a waiata special one for these two? E two. Manaatahi, kia ora. And I ask you to photos. Yeah. Can you rejoin? Oh. Please join your colleagues up on stage. Now, whānau, This is the colour you want. Okay, so keep going. Diplomas, yes, bachelors, masters, and those pretty red ones. So, kia kahara. I just want to take this opportunity to thank Manawatahi in particular for their support of all our graduates today with Waiata, o mai te Pakiwaki. And also our students of tomorrow, te piringa, ngā mihi kia koutou. Now, just before we invite Dr. Kātene to give his closing remarks, we have a special presentation. So if you'll just bear with me. We here at Massey University would like to just take this time to acknowledge one of our long-standing staff members who has very recently left us to look after her mokos. Isn't that wonderful? Leave all this and go and look after your mokos. I want to go and look after mine and spend more time with her iwi. Rachel Selby began at Massey University in 1993 as a lecturer in our social work program, where she's been a strong advocate for acknowledgement and the Treaty of Waitangi and Tino Rangatira in the program. She will be dearly missed by us all, and we wish her all the best.
Kia ora tātou, tēnei te mi aroa ki a koutou, ka hui mano tātou a tai mai nei tēnei wā. Nō reira, he rau rangatira, te kura nā tātou katoa. Our time has been well spent, and thank you very much for coming out today. It's not easy when you have to come out during the weekday, but what I see is what I feel, and that is a lot of aroha, a lot of wairua, and a lot of raw emotion and passion coming from you. I'm looking out and I see a number of our kaumātua and queer, and I recognise the role that you have. Cast your mind back to your grandparents. Think as we commemorate the World War I, we look at our tupuna, your tupuna, and how during that period of recovery and resilience and strengthening our whānau, hapu and iwi, the challenges that they had to go through. Today we're a blessed people in the sense that we have our tupuna to draw our strength on today. And for many of you, rangatahi, and for many of you who have gone through this process of graduating, what a great opportunity you have and a legacy you have that stems further than just your parents and grandparents, but right back. And we owe a lot to the faith and courage and strength and bravery of our tupuna. I'd like to acknowledge mana whenua here today, Manu and others who are here. Without them, it wouldn't be possible for us to stand here as a university and to be able to celebrate student success. I'd like to thank the Chancellor, Chancellor Kelly, who's had the most busiest week this week, welcoming all the graduates onto the stage. Thank him for being here today, other council members, our Vice-Chancellor, the Honourable Steve Mahari, Professor Paul Spoonley, and others that are here today. In particular, welcome back to Massey, Dr. Shiloh Groot. It's good having you here, Shiloh, and thank you very much for your wise words that you've provided to us. But this is very much a congratulatory, celebratory event for you graduates. This event is about you, and you're central to this gathering today. Everything we do is based around you. The decisions we make is with you in mind. If we keep that, then we're not going to go too far astray. But as I look out, people, at the graduates, as they've come across the stage and as we've expressed our support to them, what comes through very strongly is these are going to be the leaders, the innovators, the visionaries of tomorrow. As they go out into the workforce, as they go around the country and throughout the world, they'll be able to not only take the aspirations of their whānau, hapu and iwi, but to continue the legacy that Massey has in terms of taking the best of what New Zealand has to offer to the world. Now, graduates, you've been fortunate in that you've been able to acquire here at the university some lifelong, lasting friendships, some great memories. You've acquired some wonderful skill sets and expertise that will equip you well beyond study and into the workforce. The purpose of this gathering today, everyone, is not to duplicate the ceremonies which we have, but to celebrate as whānau, as Māori, that great heritage that we have, that unique worldview that we have, the contribution that we can make to our country and to our people. We're here to celebrate these students' success, and they've succeeded. When they came to university, for many of them it was a culture shock. It wasn't easy, but that first year, as the Vice-Chancellor said, was one of adjustment. But as soon as they were able to adjust in, they were able to get into into making it a successful and enjoyable journey throughout their sojourn here. We've had some wonderful speakers during these graduation ceremonies. We've had our local identity, Mavis Mullins from the great Shearing family. We had Michael Ahi from Taranaki, our Pro-Chancellor here at Massey. As you recall, he spoke about everyone about the importance of seeking good mentors and keeping your options open and always being in a position to reflect on what you're doing. We also had a wonderful, wonderful speaker in the form of Archbishop Sir David Moxon. And he was here. He's now based in Rome. But he was accompanied by his wife, Tūreiti, of Ngāti Kahungunu and their children. Yesterday, he received an honorary doctorate from Massey. What we have here at Massey is a plan, and I want to really ensure that all of you go home today knowing that what has happened today with these graduates and these doctorates who have come through the stage is by no means an accident. It's by design. Kia Marama is a very important strategy which we have, which outlines key initiatives to accelerate Māori academic and research agenda to advance Māori at Massey. So when you come in at your first year, right throughout your sojourn, we're ensuring that it is one which is based on improvement and your development. That strategy, everyone, is based on increasing the likelihood of student recruitment, participation in the university, and completion of their coursework. It's also about promoting academic excellence within the environs of a culturally affirmative environment. And it's also about developing what will hopefully be new knowledge as we talk about the post-settlement process. New knowledge, new research that will be translational, that is, will be of direct benefit to Māori, to iwi, whānau and hapu. Now, I know graduates, you will join with me in extending a word of thanks to your family and friends. What a wonderful opportunity it is for you, family and friends, to be here, for us to observe the aroha, the well-being of the whānau. The family is a basic unit of society. With you here today, it demonstrates its resilience and relevance. But I think from time to time we need to, graduates, pause, take stock and reflect on those who have sacrificed and contributed so much to your success. And they'll continue to do so through thick and thin. We know that. I love talking to whānau in the margins of our graduation ceremonies. And you need to know that you are indeed the pride and joy of your whānau. As you know, Massey's motto, official waiata te kuninga ki pure hurua, which has been mentioned on several occasions here in the waiata, means education which is lifelong, from inception to infinity. It's like a ring, there's no beginning, there's no end. We're continuously learning, adapting in order to survive and stay strong. That's important, and so we really want you graduates to stay connected with learning and stay connected with Massey. In this regard, it would be amiss not to acknowledge the efforts of Massey faculty and staff up here on the stage, and others who are unfortunately unable to be here. They've exposed you to the rewards that lie in advancing the frontiers of thinking, of knowledge and ideas, which have been directly attuned to the needs of the community that your family and friends live in. They've provided you that challenging, inspiring and stimulating learning environment while you're here at Massey. Graduates, you're clearly, as I've mentioned before, the leaders of tomorrow. As leaders of change, you have the opportunity to be in the forefront of not only where your grandparents and parents have ensured you are today, but in a position where you can affect and influence your children, your grandchildren, as they go through the same learning cycle as you have. So as leaders of change, you have the opportunity to be transformational, to challenge the status quo, not to resist it, to inspire a shared vision amongst those you're working with, not being out on your limb, not being by yourself, but bringing people with you and being role models of right attitudes and behaviours. With a solid education behind you, you have the chance to make a mark in your chosen career and then be in a position where you can be an instrument in the hands of your people for good. May you dream big, may you work hard and enjoy the fruits of your labours in so doing. Thank you all very much, one and all, for coming along here today to support these graduates, these future leaders, these people who will be in a position to make their mark and to make a significant contribution to not only your families, but to wider society. Travel safely as you return back to your homes, that you'll be cognizant of the inclement weather out there until we meet again. Nō reira, kia ora tātou katoa.
Te piriwa. Tēnā tātou, we will conclude the ceremony with a himene and karakia. After the karakia, we will commence the procession out of the theatre to the University marquee in the square. At the marquee, there will be plenty of time to mihi to whānau and friends. Following the karakia, please remain standing as Te Piringa leads the official party, guests and graduates out of the theatre to the marquee. Ka pai. E tū tātou. Whai muri.
Kia tātou katoa, te ata whai o tō tātou hare ki a Ukraiti. Me te aroha o te atua, me te whiwhinga tahitanga ki te wairua tapu. Ake. Amen. Kia ora tātou.
Please remain standing as Te Piringa leads the official party guests and graduates out of the theatre. Tēnā tātou, ngā manaakitanga ki a tātou katoa.